tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
To kick off for Detroit.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down at Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come down.
Them boys out here.
And in this case, that's exactly
the Detroit, man. I got a little bit to go, man.
It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down, Lions.
Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Third and long. It's Stafford. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On fourth down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10.
16-yard line.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Lions, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here first and 10 at their own 26. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. It didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Lions, nothing.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Panthers 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And the Lions 1st down.
Out of the gun, Stafford lets it go for Nelson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll be a gain of 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And this is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford it. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Curtis Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Lets it go for Nelson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Taking on the midfield logo. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
2-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Touchdown! Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out. Make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Pride. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. They're late in the clock, 2nd quarter. Why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Panthers 56, Lions nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10. At their own
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the